Aptis listening test. Take time to read the questions by using the pause button.
You will hear people talking in 5 different situations. For questions 1 to 5, choose the best answer, A, B or C. 1. Listen to this woman talking on TV. What is her job? A. She is a newsreader. B. She is a TV announcer. C. She is a film critic.
Now, in just a moment, we'll be going over to John Tibbins for the weather forecast for tomorrow, and that's followed by the news. But just before we do that, a few words about our last programme this evening, The Dawn of Life. It's a rerun of an award-winning documentary about life in the Stone Age, which was first shown last year. And following enormous viewer demand, we've decided to show it again this evening. So stay with us.
Two. You hear a man talking on the phone. Where is he going to this evening? A. To the airport. B. To the cinema. C. To a restaurant.
I'd rather it wasn't the one near the door. We sat there last time, and I'm afraid there was an uncomfortable draught all evening. We would really like to sit near the window. We had that one the time before, on the right as you go in. Yes, please, if you could. And it'll be for 2. We expect to be coming at about 9.
Three. Listen to these 2 people talking. Who are they? A. A lecturer and a student. B. 2 friends. C. A manager and a secretary.
I've got your assignment ready if you want to just have a look.
Oh, thanks. Was it okay?
Well, have a look at it first, and then we'll have a chat, shall we?
I tried to answer the question. It was quite tough, though.
Well, it was a good effort, but I'd like you to have another go if you don't mind. Come and see me first.
This afternoon?
That should be okay.
Four. You overhear this man talking to your neighbour, Mrs. Wright. Why is he visiting her? A. He wants to meet her husband. B. He wants to meet her. C. He wants to speak to her father.
Hello?
I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Wright. I did try to phone, but I couldn't get through, so I thought it would be easier if I just popped round. Could I come in for a moment?
Oh, well, my husband isn't here at the moment. Oh, yes, I suppose so. Of course, yes. Do come in out of the rain.
I won't keep you long. I got your address from the telephone book. I've just moved in down the road. I knew your father, you see. We were at school together. And I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, I see. How nice. Do sit down.
Five. You hear a woman talking about her job. What does she do? A. She is a director. B. She is an actor. C. She is an historian.
You see, when we made the movie, we wanted to give it an authentic feel, so there was quite a lot of preparation. We did a lot of research into prehistoric times, the Stone Age in particular. We found out all about animals and the natural environment. It all helped give the movie a more natural, realistic feel.
You will hear 5 people talking about their pets. Choose from the list A to F what each one says about their pet. Use the letters only once. There is one extra letter which you do not need to use. One.
Well, I've never regretted having a dog, though it has involved certain drawbacks, mostly of space. You see, we live in a flat, which is actually quite spacious, but nevertheless an Alsatian needs a lot of space, and it needs exercise, otherwise it gets a bit restless. But they are great fun, dogs. They can do all kinds of tricks which other animals can't. And Jacko is a great animal to have around. He won't let you down, and we feel much safer having him around, especially when we're away. A lot of people are quite frightened of him, but he won't harm anyone, if they don't bother him. But you do have to take him out, and that is time-consuming. So my advice is, if you don't have the time or the space, don't get a dog, especially an Alsatian.
2.
The thing about having a cat is that it doesn't make too many demands on you. It's not noisy like a dog, so you don't get the neighbours coming round complaining that they can't get to sleep at night. And it doesn't get into fights like dogs, which can be quite embarrassing. I do find cats help keep you calm, and doctors have said that stroking a cat is actually good for your health. It makes for a less stressful state of mind, so that's a good reason for having one. Cats are not as loyal as dogs, though. They do tend to disappear mysteriously, don't they?
3. I've got a pigeon. I keep it on the roof, not in a cage. It's a kind of loft, and it's free to come and go. It's a homing pigeon, which means it can carry messages. I let it go with a message tied to its leg, and it always comes back again. I had to train it to begin with, so that it wouldn't disappear. There's a good book on how to train them. Pigeons are actually quite intelligent, which is what I like about them. You can train them to count. I've trained mine to count to 7. Homing pigeons are still used in the army to carry messages. We don't really know how they do it. Apart from anything else, I find pigeons and doves of all kinds so intelligent and sensitive and graceful. 4.
It was my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and my friends got me a little budgerigar in a cage. I love it. It's so gorgeous. I just look at it all the time. Its colours are so pretty. I feel a bit sorry for it, though, as the cats went wild. They kept jumping up at the cage, and they knocked it onto the floor and tried to open the cage, but they couldn't. The poor thing was frightened to death. It's okay now.
5.
I must have had dozens of goldfish since I was a kid. I remember the little pot of fish food. It smelt really awful, and I was always warned to put just a little bit in, just a couple of flakes. It's still a problem. You can so easily kill them if you overdo it. Anyway, having murdered a dozen or so goldfish, I eventually got the hang of it, and now I have this marvellous aquarium of tropical fish, which I do recommend to anyone who likes to spend time just looking at them. You don't have to do much, just feed them and change the water now and again. Simple, unlike other pets.